My name is Hannah, just like in the Bible, with two H's, one at the front and one at the end. I am a missionary. I met Jesus through my grandma when I was 8 years old. I've known him for a long time and I've never met anyone like him. I learn about him more and more. He is who he says he is. I walked with him, loving him, following him, learning about him for many years. And when I was 21 years old, I heard his voice, his whisper say, "I'm going to use you." I was pretty excited, but also a little scared because I didn't know what that meant. But I knew God, I knew his heart, and I knew I could trust him. The time came and he showed me that I would have to leave everything to follow him as a missionary. He was worth more to me than a career, than a college education, than a home. So I said, yes, I will follow Jesus, and I became a missionary. He sent me to Jacksonville, Florida in 2015, where I work at a farm. I help feed people who don't have enough food or don't have access to healthy, nutritious food. So I do this by growing food and then donating that food to local food pantries, churches, and our local homeless ministry. I also teach people how to grow food. I do this here in America and in nations. We go into the poorest regions of the world and we teach people how to grow sustainable farming systems. One of those systems that teach people how to build and grow food from is called aquaponics. Aquaponics is growing fish, tilapia, and plants all in water together. And we build these aquaponic systems primarily in orphanages around the world. We go into nations, kids just like you are learning how to hammer, how to nail, how to cut IBC totes or barrels or whatever it is that we're able to locate in that nation, because we source everything locally, because then it's more sustainable. And kids help build this system. They learn how to maintain the system. They learn how to harvest the tilapia. Now, because of this work that I do, these children now know how to build, run, and maintain a system, and they're eating food, protein from the fish, fiber from the plants on a regular basis, a lot of times for the first time in their lives. They're getting access to this consistently, regularly, which helps them think differently and see the world differently, because our brains, our bodies need protein and fiber. Something that we've discovered that is very important to us is that when we go into the poorest regions of the world, that we're not telling someone, hey, Jesus loves you, but leave you with your tummy grumbling. Or even if we bring a bunch of donation of the food and they have food that day, but what about tomorrow? What about the next day or even a year from now? What happens when the donations stop? And so teaching people how to grow food is a very important part of the work that I do. Every human being, the person sitting next to you was made in the image and likeness of God. And when he created us, he made us with physical hunger and spiritual hunger, knowing that we needed food. And just like Jesus, we feed people physical food and spiritual food. The reason I am able to do this work is because of churches like Park Grove and people who hear about this work and they say, I want to be part of this. And they give financially and they pray for me and the other missionaries who are giving their lives to follow Jesus as his missionaries. So I want to say thank you for learning about the missions work I do here in America and in nations. And thank you for praying.